January 4, 2013, a touring plane was flying over the Caribbean Sea from Los Roques to Caracas, Venezuela. There were 6 people on board, 2 pilots, 58-year-old Missoni family member Vittorio Missoni, his wife and their friends. They had been vacationing for Christmas and New Year on the island, and were scheduled to return to the fashion capital Milan but never arrived. At around 11:30 a.m., half an hour after takeoff, the plane lost contact and disappeared from the radar without a trace.
Francesco, Margherita,
Rosita,
Ottavio,
Luca.
Jenny.
Vittorio.
In 1953, Vittorio Missoni's parents Ottavio and Rosita founded the fashion house Missoni. The label earned international recognition for its brightly colored and zigzag patterned hippie luxe knitwear in the 70s. 1996, the Missonis handed control of the business to their 3 children. Angela and Luca took responsibility for the creative direction. Vittorio was widely credited with expanding Missoni into a full global brand after becoming the CEO of the company. In the first few days after the Missoni plane went missing, families and friends of the 6 people kept calling and all phones were on. A dozen rings followed by the voicemail were enough to know the phones were for sure not underwater. At the same time, no signal of impact with water was sent by the black box. The son of Vittorio's friend and travel mate received an automated text message in Italian reading, "Call now, we're reachable." On 8th of January, the co-pilot's wife received another mysterious text message containing question marks, symbols and the letter A from his number. In March, the sister and a friend of Vittorio's wife received 3 of her phone calls. Unfortunately, they missed them. No phone underwater can send any signal and no hacker at that time was able to steal saved numbers. The calls could only be made by Vittorio's wife or by someone holding her SIM card.
My father is 90 and he's okay. He's still around. Maybe you see him, I don't know, he comes sometimes in the morning, he walks around.
The weather was good, the pilot was experienced and familiar with the route, the plane was modernly equipped and made to float for long in case of ditching. While the Missoni clan was holding hope Vittorio was still alive, there was a suspect that the plane was hijacked by Colombian narcos for drug transport and the passengers were kidnapped for a ransom or used as an exchange for prisoners. This is the Los Roques curse. The area between Los Roques Archipelago and the Venezuelan capital Caracas is now tagged the New Bermuda Triangle for a series of unexplained disappearances of small planes since the 90s. January 4, 2008, exactly on the same date of Vittorio's vanishing, another ghost plane disappeared in the same place carrying 14 passengers including 8 Italians. Some evidence indicated that 4 additional unrecorded people were on board. The whole fashion industry gathered around the Missonis. But the mystery deepened. 2 bags belonging to Vittorio were found very distant from the point of the alleged crash. Both bags were empty, very damaged inside, with their many zips entirely unzipped. There was a character named Tony who appeared in the disasters of both 2008 and 2013. On January 4th, 5 years earlier, he was supposed to be the pilot of the ghost plane. But at the last moment, he asked his colleague to take his place. The evening before the Missoni flight, as the coordinator, Tony warned his colleague that the next day he would have to fly even if he was still on vacation. And this call changed his fate forever. June 27, 2013. The aircraft wreckage was detected 75 meters under the Caribbean Sea, north of the Los Roques archipelago. During the search, the 2008 ghost plane was also discovered at a depth of 970 meters in the same area. Sadly, Ottavio Mossoni, Vittorio's father and founder of the Italian fashion empire, passed away before the plane was found, unaware of his heir's destiny. According to the Venezuelan authorities, the 6 passengers had their seatbelts still fastened. However, there is no absolute certainty about the identity of all the bodies. In fact, the analysis of biological samples confirmed only Vittorio's wife and the 2 crew members, not the others. Official bulletins reported Vittorio as dead, but technically, he's still missing.